Happy Lionsgate portal, everybody. Today is the opening of the Lionsgate portal, 26th of July. So it opens today and it culminates, meaning it peaks on the 8th of August. So it gets really full in its power and then it starts to move out. Very powerful time of the year, which it opens every single year. So every single year on the same dates, the same portal opens. Very powerful. One of my most favorite times of year because you know how I'm quite into my feline frequency and I work with that energy a lot. And it's kind of who I am, crazy cat lady on more levels than one. So for me, I get very excited about this time of year because it challenges us. It challenges us to step into our power. Think about what you feel towards a lion. What do you think when you say lion? You think courage, strength, leadership, all of these things which are within you. So when this portal opens, effectively it's going to stir up all sorts of stuff that is going to prevent you from seeing that, from connecting with that and really embodying it. So I have so much written down to do with this Lionsgate. So if my eyes dot to the side, it's because I have a list. I have a list, people. So the Lionsgate, it's connected to the star constellation Lyra. It's also connected to the star Sirius. Obviously, Leo, the astrological sign as well. So that's the stars. So what happens when this portal opens? Well, for a start, we've all been challenged so much on the run-up to this portal. But we have also been kind of intertwined with eclipses and full moons and all sorts of big energy pockets that have just come up and are just running us, are just hitting us hard. Why? To shake up all of our shit, get it out so we can connect with the good stuff inside, you know? So it has a purpose, even though it's been pretty horrific for everybody. We've been all shown our shadow sides and some of us have been living it and believing it, and some of us have been standing by, watching it, observing it, but still feeling it. That's me. It's been a challenging time, but this is what these portals and these things are all about. This is about getting back to your wholeness, into your power. So it activates the high heart. Now the high heart is here. So your heart chakra here, your high heart chakra is here. It's a beautiful kind of like peachy color. Okay, so now the high heart, if you're into dimensions and things like that, it is connected to the 8th dimension. And the high heart is all about creation. It's about co-creation. It's about taking responsibility for the fact that you are supposed to create. You're supposed to create a better you. You're supposed to create a better environment. If you create a better you and the next person creates better them, well, guess what? We're all holding hands and we change the world, right? So that is the purpose of our lives. That is why we get triggered so bad, to get rid of the drama so we can get past that and we can connect with who we really are, which is just massive heart-centered beings who can create like a boss and create whatever it is that we want for the highest good of ourselves, for the highest good of all. So basically it's about creating what is in alignment with your mission and purpose as well. What you have come here to do. What is it that's in your sacred DNA, your blueprint, whatever you want to call it, your soul design? What have you come here to really, really do? What does your soul say? So you're going to create things in alignment with that. So that's effectively what the high heart, or the thymus heart, lots of people call it different things. So with all of this chaos that's been going on, the timelines have been collapsing, okay? The karma that we usually have to go and die for and come back and repay, it's not like that anymore. It's collapsing now. So that brings a lot of chaos. That brings a lot of turmoil. That brings a lot of pain and darkness to a lot of us, because we have to look at the bits that we really don't want to look at, and we sometimes have to really feel them as well. So what's actually happening is when we say timelines collapsing, it's to keep it simple, it's all the experiences and ideas and belief systems and ways of living and the ways you've been, and you know, old places, old people, old situation, relationships are being challenged, and if they're not in alignment, they're falling away. So what happens when that happens is it's chaotic. You feel like your life is over. You feel like everything's gone to shit. But let me tell you, people, I'm here to tell you that that's not the case. it has gone to shit, but there's other good things behind that which are waiting for you. So if you are one of those people, understand and really know that deep down this is happening for the greater good, for your highest good. So allow it to happen and just stay centered and just roll with it as best as you can. So with these timelines collapsing, okay, it's also collapsing a very big consciousness, which is separation consciousness. And we are now aligning with the unity consciousness. So the big message of the Lionsgate this year is about bringing this unity consciousness in. Separation consciousness speaks for itself. It's about living separate of everything that you want, and you want to be happy, right? So everything is like, well, when I get that job and I earn all that money, I'll be able to buy that house and I can move over there and then I'll whatever. But you have to leave yourself, which is separateness, to achieve that, instead of understanding that all you have and all that you need is within you, and you don't have to go out there and get it, you just need to call it up. So that's the best way for me to describe separation consciousness and unity consciousness. The whole world has been in separation consciousness because it brings up competition with each other. I'm going to do my business better than that. I'm going to, I'm racing to beat him. We're all one. Unity consciousness means one. So why would you compete with yourself? So that's the energy that we're moving from into. Now, this affects the twin flames ever such a lot. I have been talking about twin flames on a previous post, and I'll be doing more posts on that, because of all this energy and information coming through. The twin flames have constantly been in separation. Their love relationships have been like, it's always been about not being with each other one way or another. Even if you live in the same house, you're not together. Like me, my twin flame's living in another country. Can't seem to get together in the same house, which is like, yeah, solving world peace would be easier. But the twin flames are being challenged right now. I know I have. Because basically I'm having to deal with all the darkness to do with my relationship. All the fear that I have for my relationship, for my twin flame, has been in my face, and I've been experiencing it. I have a choice. I can believe it's really, really going wrong and it's all gone tits up and my relationship is doomed. Or I can stay with what I really know to be true inside, that me and my twin flame have a special mission, and it's always us, ride or die. I've just got to go through this darkness and density. Why? Because I'm actually clearing it. So by going through it and experiencing it again, I am clearing it. I'm collapsing the timeline. So if I'm collapsing the timeline, that means that I'm getting rid of any density that lies between me and my twin. And this can also go out to your relationships in general as well, not just twin flames, just your life. So understand that's what's happening. So a lot of twin flames are going to be called back into union. And I believe that's going to be many, many different ways. I don't want to say exactly how, because then everybody's going to say, you said, but I just feel a big shift is happening. I've been through one in my relationship, which I will blog about in a twin flame post to come. But for now, just to explain to you how the twin flames are being tied into this Lionsgate energy. So separation consciousness coming into unity consciousness, okay? Now, the universal law, there is a universal law that goes with each and every chakra in the body, okay? And there is also divine qualities that goes with each and every chakra in the body. It can get quite in depth, but let's just talk about the universal law. The universal law for the high heart is the law of transmutation. Transmutation means breaking down all of the negative matter back down to a vibration of love. It's very different to the universal law of elimination, because that means you're just wiping it out. You're getting rid of it one time. No, not even a crumb left. This is very different. Transmutation is transmuting the negative back into love, which is its original state. Okay. Now I've been working, unbeknownst to me, a lot with the violet flame of transmutation. That is a clearing tool. Some of you may know, some of you may not know. It's a violet flame that you visualize in your mind. It's Saint Germain is the keeper of the violet flame, along with Archangel Zadkiel as well. And it's like a beautiful big violet flame. Now you can throw anything or anyone, including yourself, into this flame, and you can visualize all of the density burning off you. So that's a really, really good tool to work with. So yeah, the law of transmutation, you would use a tool like that to transmute all of this separateness, okay, or all of this density that's coming up for you on the run up to this Lionsgate, that's come up for this Lionsgate portal. So I am holding an event on the 3rd of August to do with the Egypt codes, which are different temples of Egypt. Basically, I've just been there. I've connected with a lot of information there. I'm bringing it back to share in groups. And one of the most powerful nuggets of information that I've got is with the Great Pyramid. And I've been very, very drawn to the energy and the medicine of the Great Pyramid. Now, the Great Pyramid's purpose is to squash, wait for it, separation consciousness. The Great Pyramid is all about unity consciousness. When you step into that building, its codes, its energy, its medicine, its healing that it gives you is basically to know that you are pure source. You are one. You are connected to all that there is, and there's just oneness, connectedness. And you are when you're in the temple, unity consciousness. It reminds you to remember that. So I'm actually working with the Great Pyramid. It was already on my list to go with my event on the 3rd. So if you wish to dive deeper into that, please come, because there's going to be a lot more of this there. I'll share the event details on this post. So that was just a side note to do with the Great Pyramid. Everything is in alignment. There it is again. Sorry, I can't resist. I just have to throw it in there. So everything is in alignment. So now let's talk about the lion law. Yes, there's a lion law that goes with this moment in time, this sacred portal. Now, Linda Tucker, who is a phenomenal human being, a lot of you may have heard of her, may not. She is, I call her the keeper of the white lions. She has dedicated her life and everything that she does to protect and to bring the spiritual teachings and codes, always talking about codes, from the white lions to the rest of the world. And these teachings are very close to my heart. I will put a link to her website if you should feel that you want to know more about the white line frequency through her. She works with 13 laws, or the white lions have brought 13 laws through her. And the white lion law, or the lion law, that I'm going to put in with this post for you to work with is the law of co-creation. Co-creation, working with the universe, working with your guides, working with other people, other human beings, animals, anything that is just working together, really embodying that oneness to create something beautiful, to create something light. So that is what co-creation means. So I think, we'll just chuck in the lion law of co-creation. So this is like one big beautiful cake mix that you can work with. So I hope you're taking notes, because this is a formula you just do not want to get wrong. So this is everything that has come through for me in this time on the run up to the Lion's Gate. I may share more as more information comes through to me, but I think I just want to leave you with this. A little tool for you to use. So if you are imagining this beautiful violet flame, it's a beautiful lilac flame. And in your mind's eye, if you can imagine it, the warmth of it, even the color of it, imagine that those flames that transmute and burn everything off lay within you. Imagine they're like a fire in your belly and you are the flames. So when you stand and you walk into a place which is a little bit negative, or if you are just stood in the forest, or if you're just somewhere and you just want to transmute the negative energy that is not serving, you can be the flames. Bring it in your body and then transmute it out. And I mean, even if you're stood in a line at the supermarket, just let those flames roar. Be the violet flame. And and I think that anything negative that comes to you, just on a side note of just getting through this, anything that comes to you which is really like not cool, people are going through their shit left, right and center, not just you. So they're going to be bouncing off you. So if you feel triggered at any time, go into the violet flame, you bring it into you and you are the violet flames and you feel it burning off. Or if you prefer not to bring it into your being, you can actually just put it into the fire in front of you and go, not having that, like it's a rubbish a rubbish bin. Throw it in there, visualize it burning off, or put the person in the flame in a nice way themselves. I mean, there's many, many different ways. Go with your guidance, go with your intuition. So thank you so much for listening, because there was a lot of information I wanted to share with you today. And yeah, I think that it's exciting times, it's challenging times, but don't forget, it's all for greater good and it's all for greater times. So I'm sending you so much love and have a great day further. Thanks for listening.